Once again, you are welcome to Invest Data Stock Market Update week ended 26 October 2018. The market have been so interesting. If I'll tell you, the earnings are really coming in, and this is influencing the market to go the way it's doing. And before we'll start, I want to look at how the index has performed for the week, knowing that the market has remained in the uptrend for 3 weeks now. Market was up at the first week of the month, this one go the month, the third week, and this current week now. And you can see that the market opened this week at 32,841.69 points to close at 32,907.33. Market for the week recorded just 0.2%. Yes, it was marginal because the market at the midweek had lost 2.37 after opening the week on a positive note, which was sustained till Tuesday. Market gained the first trading day of the week 0.34% for the first day of the week, first trading day of the week, which it moved up to 0.54 for the second week. But at the midweek, market lost 2.37 for Wednesday, and it was a major pullback for the week. And before on Thursday, market retraced up, gaining 0.44, and end the week, which on Friday it gained 1.1%. It tells you that the numbers that are coming to the market is influencing decision of buyers and sellers in the market, especially the bargain hunters that are taking position against this earnings season and end of the month rally. You can see that their activities have kept the market up. Even the volume traded this period was even higher than what we saw last week. It tells you that the earnings season is a period that a lot of activities is on. People are trading to know the earnings season. People are using the numbers to position for the full year expectation. All these are making the market to be very active. And at the same time, the market is on its own, reviewing what the activities of the economy. I will tell you the result that have hit the market so far. More than almost 78 to 80% of the result that hit market had a weak top line. When I mean top line, I mean company sales, turnover, banks, gross earnings, insurance, gross premium. This top line is weak. It tells you that the economy is dragging feet, which the GDP so far we have seen have reviewed, seen first quarter GDP declining, second quarter GDP declining. This number is also telling you that the possibility of seeing a decline in third quarter GDP is very, very high. For a company to be struggling to grow their top line, it's so that the activities in the economy is struggling. People are seeing that things are hard. It is reflected on this number. No matter who tells you that the numbers that are coming are impacting on the equity, I agree, impacted on the equity price because stocks have suffered losses for a long time. For almost more than 9 months, equity price has been declining. On that note, when the market saw this little improvement in the downline, or we call them bottom line of this company, it will attract little movement. But it tells you that even the companies paying a good dividend at the end of the year, it's only few of them that are posting surprising numbers as we speak now, that has done tremendously well, can pay you increased dividend. Why? For the banking sector, let's start from there. If not for the drop in non-performing loans or provision for the loan, many of the banks would have been in a big mess with the numbers we are seeing. Those numbers are weak. For a bank gross earnings to say that most of them have weak net interest margin. That net interest margin tells you that most of them are struggling, and most of them also having a declining deposit from customers. This tells you that the banks are struggling. If not that, yes, most of them have upped their games in terms of risk management, and because the oil sector also have experienced some improvement, most of this bad debt in the banks have suffered so far are from this sector, and many of them are paying back. That's why you are seeing that the banking result is a bit fair. If I may like, but for me, these are no results we're expecting. We're expecting a better result. But because most of them in that sector are paying back their debt because the activities there has increased, as oil price has gone below, gone above $80, and most of them are the junk of this non-performing of the banks are from that sector and the power sector. Now that this sector is paying that, it's now is reducing their debt. Those people are paying them because provision have been made for this debt before now. Is now reflecting on the banks book as profit. That's why what we are seeing. But in terms of activities, most of them look at their core activities. There is no growth. It tells you that something is wrong somewhere. As an investor, yes, most of these banks are very good for for investment. Now looking at the price they are selling, which was the attraction that will bring both local that are standing on the fence and the foreign investors back to the market, because prices have gone low and the numbers are a bit impacting them positively. I expect that this will continue on during the NSE season, which is the peak NSE season in Nigeria market around February and March. But for what we are seeing now, I'm telling you, the numbers we are seeing is still below expectation. That is why most of them are mixed performance. You have a marginal top line or a decline top line or a flat top line, but the bottom line will be up little. But also look at what I want to explain to you now. If you see a company that is growing his bottom line while the up line is static, that company cannot sustain that profitability. It doesn't mean that either they are adjusting their expenses or they're having one extra item as coming in as income that have sustained that bottom line. You need to be very careful, and that is why after the election we need to look at these numbers and see how far they will move to the market. But I know that once the political risk is out of the table and the earnings will come, these two might add momentum to the market immediately after the election. But subsequently, we need to see how the economy is going to grow, because that economy is going to impact more on the company fundamentals, where we can see more better numbers that will drive prices higher if the economy improves. That's why you need to really take care and analyze these numbers. If you look at this chart now, the market is struggling at this point to go below this. Market is resisting further going down because of the earnings season. After market have touched the list point of 31,900 or something, since then it refused to go below that point because of what this market is feeding on this positive news of earnings. Earnings are not that they are positive in terms of strong numbers, but because prices have suffered huge losses, and seeing this number, it now have little impact on the price to return than as market hunters who are short-term traders are taking advantage of these numbers to position in, come in and go out. That's why we are seeing this activity is good, because market have suffered decline for a long time. But from here, there are still another opportunity ahead. I call it transfer of wealth on radio yesterday, that these prices have fallen to this level, but the opportunity that many of the banks, many of the companies we are seeing are showing sign of improvement in their numbers. Not only that the top line is, but the improvement we're saying that when you relate it to the prices, you know that most of them are undervalued. It is undervalued nature of these stocks that will attract patronage immediately after the election. That means you as an investor, when should you be in the market? You know that in equity investment, market timing, pattern, and cycle is very important. If you understand how to play with this theory, you know when to be in the market and when to be out of the market. Another thing is that keep to your investment strategy and your investment goal. Don't be carried away. Any instruction that you have, any strategy that you have, keep to it. Because I know that many of us that have lost money now is as a result of not exiting the market as at when due. We also exit the market in March, in early April, but because we are seeing opportunity in the market, we are still playing. Then we've lost what we have gained between just February, before our last investment summit we had in 2017, invest 2018, until that, because we have said when the Ocean Index is above 42,000, we should start selling. But because we are seeing opportunity and first market was still strong, we're carried away. But this time it's for you to keep to what instruction, keep to your investment goal, strategy, target you have. Keep it, even though market goes beyond your target, sell your product, your stock at the right time, and hold cash. This is what we are going to do for 2019. There's a lot of opportunity in this market. If you know when to time it, and I know that if you have lost the money in the market, it's not the time for you to be crying. just change your strategy. I'm telling you that there's another big opportunity that will make you to recover what you have lost and also be in profit. If you look at all these that also that are coming from the food and beverages, which is the main production sector, I see, you see that those results there have already reviewed what is happening. If you look at that of Unilever, yes, Unilever, you can see that there's one extra item in their bottom line, sale of one of their either product line or is there. That sale alone has impacted more on the number. But yes, their top line is a bit up at about 10 point something. Fine, but the result is still not too good. If you remove that extra income that came to that, look at Cadbury. Cadbury, yes, moved from a loss position to where it is. Look at the top line. If you look at this is what we are looking at. If you go to the oil sector, we have not seen much to talk about. The one that came from Total are showing that yes, there's improvement. Why improvement? Activities in the oil sector were much this period, especially since this year that the oil price keep going on. Most of them that are into crude oil business are the ones that will benefit more than those that are into just marketing. You need to take care, look at that. But look at those companies that have done extremely well. Look at stock like Transcorp. Transcorp has done well because of what? High patronage, because of political activities. You look at what the hotel have contributed. Look at also what the utility, the light, the power. You know that power is very important. I'm telling you, it's very important. When you are getting light to your house, you're going to pay. And these people are expanding their power. They have a lot of segment that is contributing to as a conglomerate that is contributing to Transcorp. Transcorp is a company that you should be looking at this point because there's opportunity. Look at the way they grow their top line and their bottom line. Stock like Caverton. Caverton, their servicing company. The servicing company that into a sector that is really booming, moving from one shore to the other, moving oil workers here and there. It also reflected in their activities, in their result. You need to look at what is really driving this. Is it sustainable? If you know all these are sustainable, you should know where to be, and that is why you must be in Invest 2019, where we have more than 7 speakers sitting to let you know how to invest for 2019. They are coming with their own different expertise, their training style to let you know this is how to pick stock, this is how to invest. And if you combine all this with all they're going to share in there and the one I'm telling you, 2019 will be a better year for you and your investment. You need to be there for Invest 2019 that is coming up on December 8th at Austria Hall. Yes, we'll move on to the chart. You can see that the market is trying to go up, and knowing that next week is the last week for them to submit their result, we expect at next week that more results to come, and that will climax this earnings season for it to come and end at the 31st day of the month of October. But you as an investor, you don't need to panic at all. If you are not buying now, take time, look at the numbers to know where to be. I'll tell you that we have more than 200 stocks on the floor Nigerian stock exchange. All of them are not attractive. The ones that are attractive is the one you should be. That is why in the coming seminar, I want to tell you that we have only just 10 stocks that you have to position. In terms of dividend, to make money, capital appreciation, you make money. In terms of bonus that might come, those are forms of investment, you're going to see activity that will make that stocks rally and you're going to make money from it. And we'll move to this the price what called index movement for the week. As I showed you earlier, I can see that there is a what we call a movement here now between here and there from the first week, second week, and the third week. You need to look at it very well before you jump in now. If you are not in the market, to me, I would advise you are not in the market now, hold cash and see at the end of any season where we're expecting that political campaign will also start in November. You watch the market direction. Seeing these numbers will give you, idea where you should position for the year. And I know as you position, we are going to make money at the end of the day. And I pray that God will spare your life and spare my life to see the end of the election. Once we see the election, we're going to make money because the election will come and go. We will see the end of this. All these activities at an expiring day. On that February 16th, once the result is declared, if nothing conclusive, if not there's no crisis, I'm telling you, capital market will have a run for itself for that either first week or the first month, especially as any season is coming to at that particular time. We'll see the market responding positively at that period, but it cannot sustain it up like that because the economy has not improved, in that direction. But after that rally, you see a sell off, you take profit, you come down. But once you start seeing another positive economic data that are coming from the economic managers, the CBN and the Bureau of Statistics, it will change the face of the market, and also it will attract more funds to the market again. Don't panic, just take advantage of what you are seeing in the market now and make money for yourself. If you look at other indicators other indicators we have here, you can see, if you look at this big trend, you see we still have a lot of opportunity to make money in the market. You see that the short-term profit is about 3,900. If you add this point now to what it is, that is the rate that the market will go, all things being equal, after for this period. For you say, no, this will guide you on how to invest. You can see that the line have been drawn here on a weekly basis. If you want to go down for the daily chart, you go back here, you can see, as I've said earlier, that the market has resisted to go down. You can see it on this line that the market refused to go down. Then you also look at the RSI, which is the relative strength index of the market. It has gone up again after it has touched 56. It came down. Now it's again at 49.98. It tells you that the market is really coming up. But don't panic if you are not in the market, or don't just, if you have made loss, don't panic. There's a sign that the market will come back. If you look at the buy and sell volume, you can see that for the day on Friday, we'll have 100% buy in the market, and market gain 1.1 for the day. For the week, if you look at what is happening on a weekly basis, for the week, the market have about 62% buy in the market. It tells you that investors are moving from out of stock to stock. That's why we are seeing sell of about 38% sell and 62% buy. People are moving from one stock to the other, taking advantage of the earning season to reposition their portfolio. For me, there is no cause for alarm in the market. All you just need to stick to your investment strategy. If you are one of the buy and sell signal member, you don't need to shake. If you are any position that will say buy and we are not giving you sell signal, hold that position. Don't panic. What we said, when we see sign to say sell, we can say to say sell. Even when to cut loss, we'll let you know. But we have not given you a sign because we want to see the end of this earning season and see how market have reacted to them. They will now know what to do. Which of the stock we should start accumulating in that buy and sell signal, we'll let you know, because we'll have a lot of watch lists in the buy and sell signal that we are watching, and the one that will say keen will let you know at the right time. All you don't need to do, all you don't need to just keep to your login. Make sure that you log in. If your login details has expired, you just have to renew your subscription so that they'll send you more. They send you a new login details so that you can have access to what is happening. Don't panic if you have not made money now 2 years. Just relax. There's opportunity that you make money when the market in that shape. That's why I said don't forget about timing in equity investment. Patterns and cycle is very important. You need to understand this. When you understand them, it will help you to excite patience, to help you to maximize any opportunity that the market will bring. You need to understand this. Once this is done, I'm telling you, we are just at the beginning of making money. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.